Hello there. Welcome to the ship's closet. Come on in and have a seat. I am so excited to be back in any capacity. I'm thrilled beyond all belief. You guys have been so amazing and so supportive and so demanding that I do something. And life has just gotten in the way in the most extreme and ridiculous ways possible. So that's like what, like a year delay, more than a year actually, and yet for some reason you guys are still here, probably because you're awesome. But I'm back, at least with audio. I don't have a camera anymore, which was but one in a series of thoroughly ridiculous yet mildly amusing bits of happenstance that caused the 2 millennia delay in episodes. But I recently invested in this lovely computer microphone that you are hearing me through right now, and it cost me a grand total of $11.95. Yes, here at the Ship's Closet, we spare no expense unless it involves, money. And hey, I used to have video and crappy audio, and now I have audio and no video at all, so by that pattern, the next episode will be on-screen text set to pictures of me making sarcastic faces. But please, try to contain your excitement. First up on the show today is a bit of a recall to a previous Ship's Closet episode. Well, I've already talked about Amok Time, but I would like to talk about it again. Because, there's so much that happens in that episode that you can't possibly cover it in just one going of the Ship's Closet. So I had to bring this up again, because it's something I've kind of been on the fence about. Like, a lot of people think this is how it is, and I've been like there's stuff there, but not really. And that's about the theory that Amok Time parallels Romeo and Juliet. Now, you do have some lovely bits of evidence here. I mean, you could say that McCoy is the apothecary and gives Kirk the dose that makes it look like he's dead, and then Spock wants to kill himself when he thinks that Kirk has died. And so you do have some nice little parallels there. And, the show, the original series, was known for its classical references, especially Shakespearean references. Hell, they had a whole episode about Shakespeare. But I was still, on the fence, because you have some stuff, like McCoy and everything. You had some stuff that pointed in that direction, but it was a bit too vague. There was no, smoking gun. There was no, this directly ties Amok Time to Romeo and Juliet. And then a lovely, lovely person, a lovely fan, contacted me and quoted a little bit from Romeo and Juliet that I thought was particularly interesting. And that bit says, from Balthazar, it says, "I will be gone, sir, and not trouble you." And Romeo says, "So shalt thou show me friendship, take thou that. Live and be prosperous, and farewell, good fellow." I don't know if any of you noticed a couple of particularly interesting words called live and be prosperous. Now, this just so happens to be the first episode of Star Trek that has, live long and prosper. And I just kind of have to wonder, that might be on purpose. That plus, McCoy and the dose of fake death, and then Spock being suicidal, and, all that stuff. Altogether, I kind of have to come down on the side of Slash for this one. Yeah, I know. That's a really big shock. But, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and say it, that Amok Time, yeah, I think they did that on purpose. I think that's a parallel of Romeo and Juliet. And with the guy who wrote Amok Time, Theodore Sturgeon, he wrote, one of the first gay sci-fi stories ever. Yeah, that was on purpose. Which, by the way, is another nail in the big gay coffin, because when they paralleled Romeo and Juliet, they did it with Kirk and Spock. So, yeah, that might be a point for our team. Just saying. Now, the official story of where Live Long and Prosper came from is that Nimoy heard it in a Jewish prayer and decided to use it in the show. Not unlike the Vulcan salute, that's a part of the Jewish practices as well, which I don't doubt. I totally don't doubt that Live Long and Prosper is in a Jewish prayer somewhere. But it's also in Romeo and Juliet, as are other things that directly parallel Amok Time. So, still can't discount it, even though the official story is non-slashy. Sorry, skeptical people, but that argument won't fly.